And following yesterday's landmark ruling in Kigali, Rwanda, analysts are urging President Paul Kagame to reject attempts to have him run for a third term. The calls come after the Supreme Court ruling cleared the way for a referendum on whether or not term limits should be removed in Rwanda. Aaron Ochieng reports.
Ignited the debate on ongoing trend on the continent where countries remove term limits to allow incumbent presidents to run.
There are things we want as much as anyone else.
President Kagame has himself not said he wants to run, but he has often said the people must have the final say. Some critics, however, remain to be convinced.
Firstly, he's had 2 terms of 7 years each. That's a long time. Secondly, he is the one who actually approved the term limits in the Constitution and is now trying quite, I think, insidiously to overturn them through a seeming public endorsement of his policies. While he has done extremely well economically, the democratic space in Rwanda has increasingly been closed down over the last decade. And that is dangerous.
Further west, Congolese President Denis Sassou Nguesso too is seeking to stay in power. DRC President Joseph Kabila too is being accused of attempting to cling on to power. This coming just months after violence broke out in Burundi following a similar attempt which appears to have succeeded for now by President Pierre Nkurunziza to extend his presidency.
Given that Mr. Nkurunziza's third term, as it were, happened on a constitutional and legal technicality, with his supporters saying that his first term was not really an elected first term, I think that unless similar situations occur elsewhere on the continent, it would not really set a precedent, as it were.
But across Africa, opinion is divided.
They should only stay for 10 years maximum, because what we've seen, they lead well in the first 3-5 years, and then they go their own way. Now they start looting the country. And they also put a new system that those who don't obey them, they don't benefit from them.
Sometimes he might know what is right for the country, but the people have the final say because it's their country, so it's their choice.
I think to a certain extent it depends on the type of services or their leadership, if it's highly received by the society or not. And definitely if they're doing something good, then they can have another term. But then if they are not, I don't think that they shouldn't.
This is a matter of principle. Yes, I think if a leader is doing a good job, there's no harm in his continuing, provided the people want him to continue. As long as he can stand for election again and win an election, signifying that the people want him, then there's no harm in being there for a longer time.
The Rwandan initiative will have to go through a referendum, but the decision has sparked off a conversation that could redefine how Africa deals with the question of democracy. Aaron Ochieng, KTN News.